almost every Sunday. He has been on record saying that they don't recognize President William Ruto's government, and they are really pushing for the government to leave office. Now, when these MPs decide to visit President Ruto and their leader is saying that they don't recognize the sitting government, what should we read from that?
You know, that is all politics. The simple question I would also put across: what about if the former Prime Minister visited President Ruto yesterday? What would have happened? What would have been people talking about at the moment? So let us just be honest to one another. The people who went there are very reasonable people. They are reasonable in their minds, in their thinking. They are very reasonable even in their pockets. So I even read in some places that people are saying that they went to look for money. That is not true. These are very reasonable people in so many spheres. So let us face the truth. What we are yearning for, especially this region, we are only yearning for development. We are not yearning for employment for our people, which we have lacked for the last 50 years. That is what is paining us.
Mheshimiwa, the president was here some few weeks ago, and these MPs were on record saying that the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga had really told them to go and welcome the president in the region. Few days later, he comes President William Ruto's government. What is really transpiring?
You know, in leadership, we normally say it is good to be honest. Yeah, let us be honest in what we say today, what we say tomorrow. But then, whom are we leading? We are leading masses. We should lead masses by saying the truth. You say the truth now, you say the truth tomorrow, you say the truth the other day. That is what we develop our people. But if we keep on changing our goals and statements, that will not be helpful to us. And then what legacy are we leaving to our young people? Legacy of deceit? You say this tomorrow and you change it tomorrow. And when it doesn't suit you, you say the opposite? No. Let us be honest with one another. It is not fair. Let our people troop to government so that they can get development back to their constituencies. Yes.
Mheshimiwa, where does that leave ODM as a party? Because we've seen these members from the party, and they are really, it is a time when the president is extending his charm offensive to members of parliament from this region. Where does that leave ODM as a party? Does it remain a community or a tribal party anymore?
No, what I have seen even yesterday, when the chairman of ODM is saying that he's also ready to quit, it means there is a lot of issues in the ODM. And this is what we have known for a very long time. There's no democracy in that, but let me be honest. For some of us whose careers, political careers, were curtailed in the early stages, just one term MP and then it is curtailed. Not because you are not popular, it is because you are popular, but then in some quarters, some people don't like you or don't like your ideas. Because what I can say, ODM, I think, if all goes well the way I see it, it might go down in the next few years. Maybe 2 years, 3 years. Yes.
But it's coming at a time when the followership, the supporters here are still ardent supporters of Raila Odinga. Where does this leave the 9 legislators who have gone to visit President Ruto?
Let me tell you, politics change. Politics of today will not be politics of tomorrow. It will depend also on how the president embraces the people from this place, especially the leadership, those who have warmed to him. If he embraces them very well, if he welcomes us very well with open hand, the way I'm seeing he's doing at the moment, there will be a lot of changes. People will change their mind. And even voting pattern will also change. And that will put ODM in this region in a very awkward position. Yes.
Are we going to see are you going to see the Prime Minister Raila Odinga on the ballot in come 2027, according to you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Then why all these energies and the rallies all over?
This is what we were also asking. What is it about? What is the end game? Where are they going to take us? We should all, if it were me advising the former Prime Minister, I would have told him, Mzee, you have done enough for this nation. Please rest. Let us take over. Yes. Yes. There are a lot of leadership around who are also willing to step in his shoes. Yes. And for the good of this nation and for the good of this community, yes.
Well, those are some of the sentiments by leaders who have been allied to ODM for a very long period of time. Remember, he was elected on ODM back in 2007. He served up to 2013. But today here he is saying that the charm offensive by President William Ruto is really having its impact here in Luo Nyanza. So that is something that we are going to follow up keenly here. We are going to speak with various stakeholders from political divide, those who are current and those who are former. They are going also to try and get some ODM officials from the region. Remember, we've seen Governor James Orengo, we've seen Governor Nyang' Nyong'o coming out strongly and condemning the visit by the 9 legislators. These are some of strong and ardent followers of Raila Odinga. They are making inroads and now they are visiting State House in what is seen as against the party beliefs. So this is something that we are going to follow up keenly. We are going to really speak to other political pundits in the region and really try to get answers to the so many questions that residents here are asking. So from here in Kisumu City, this is Nyanza region. Straight to you back, Purity in the studios.
Thank you so much, Bramwell Bure, for that update. Now, the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Dr. Alfred Mutua, says the Kenyan government will offer help to Turkey, which was hit by an earthquake on Monday. Speaking at a press briefing, Mutua said that Kenya shares the pain and devastating loss coming in the backdrop of the challenging period of COVID-19 and the resultant global economic slowdown. The CS further added